Hi, mate. Thank you for coming today. The way this is going to work is you're going to be training Adam for half an hour, and I'm going to be just standing in the background. So you're an experienced trainer. What do you want to get out of the training today as a trainer?
Thanks, Roland. So I think as a trainer, my biggest challenge is to really find the take-home message and the golden nugget. Yeah. So my biggest challenge is I spend a lot of time thinking about training, a lot of time thinking about colonoscopy, a lot of time talking about it, and have an enthusiasm and an interest that is sometimes, I think, maybe overwhelming for the trainee because there's too much knowledge or information or experience that I want to impart. Yes. And I think my biggest challenge is to sort of find the one bit that's going to improve their practice rather than tell them lots of things that might be useful and interesting, but might not really impact their performance.
Yes. So I have the same problem sometimes. So I do recognize that. If you're giving someone too much information, what are the consequences of that, both in the moment, in the room, but afterwards as well?
So I think it's a cognitive overload thing. I think they can't assimilate all of the things that I think are useful and important, but they may be overwhelmed. They may lose the one thing that's really important for them in the sea of other important things. They might already know that. They may know 60% of what I'm saying, therefore it's irrelevant and I'm taking up their bandwidth. So I think it can kind of confuse people. It can not make the take-home message clear, and it's not necessarily impacting their performance to improve it. They'll be good, but they might not be better.
Okay. Now, you'll be training Adam in a minute, and I haven't seen Adam's scope, but I think he's done a lot of endoscopy. He's now doing a fellowship here, so he's obviously got a lot of experience in colonoscopy. What do you think the challenges will be with someone of that level of experience? He said earlier that his training wasn't that structured, which was interesting. That was a bit of an alarm bell for me. So what do you think your challenge will be with him?
So I found this challenge before where you have to think about assessing and training quite experienced endoscopists. Yes. And sometimes they're more senior and more sort of, they've done more volume than you. And actually that's quite tricky just from a hierarchy point of view. But I think my challenge here will be to make an assessment and observation, because clearly he can scope probably quite well given his volume, but to think of how can I enhance things? How can I maybe thinking how he might be able to do things differently and to try and impart a structure such that he can develop conscious competence, because he's probably automatically very good at scoping, but may not know quite what works, how he does it. So maybe thinking about conscious competence.
I think so. I think if he's doing like really, really well, I would be tempted to just pause him for a second and say, look, what you did was amazing.